What's going on, Jerome's? I was told it was Jersey Day today. Farragut Academy, number 34. If you know, you know. So, Minnesota Vikings wrapped up their 2-day mandatory minicamp on Wednesday, and we have 10 winners, guys who definitely did themselves some favors over 2 days of practice. Talk about practice. First up, number 1, Josh Metellus. Now, I put his position as JK, not just kidding, but Joker, because he really is going to move all around this Flores defense. I think that his role is going to be really unique and a lot of fun this year. He's going to be a deep safety. He's going to be slot. He's going to play outside corner. He's going to play up at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be a de facto linebacker. He is going to be like a false 9 in soccer or football, but he's going to be a guy that's just going to be wherever Brian Flores needs him to be. And I think that given his opportunities that he's had, yes, the safety room has been stacked when he's been in there, but he's a team captain for special teams, very well respected in the locker room, and he's a guy I think who's going to really break out in year 4. Big year for Michigan, by the way. There you go. Next up, winner number 2. Cornerback Caleb Evans. So Evans coming back from the multiple concussions. He's changed the way that he tackles. He's wearing new equipment. He's been running with the ones on the outside opposite of Byron Murphy starting, and he's looking good, man. A nice interception on a Kirk Cousins deep ball in 11 on 11s on Wednesday. And I do believe in Evans. I think that he may have the inside track in terms of trying to find a starting spot in this defense moving forward, where Murphy's the only guy, like we said, is cemented in, and there's a lot of room for jockeying in training camp, and Booth is going to be there. Jawan Williams is going to be there. Makai Blackman is going to be there. We'll talk about him in a sec, but yeah, it's going to be pretty damn stacked, and Evans is starting to do some really good work. Next up, winner number 3 from mandatory minicamp, tight end Josh Oliver. Woo! So I understand people freaking out. 3 years, $21 million for a blocking tight end, but we said it at the time. He was seen as a receiving option when he came in as a 3rd-round pick, number 69 overall. Nice, out of San Jose State, and they're starting to show off. He does have soft hands down the red zone, just like very soft. Right. And the Vikings are coming out a lot of 12 personnel, a lot of heavy personnel, and using C.J. Ham, so a lot of 11 as well. But multiple tight ends with Hockenson and Oliver are going to create mismatches all over the place for this offense. And he had a red zone touchdown. I think that's how he's going to be utilized, where it's going to be a pick your poisons. Like, hey, if you're playing the pass, we're going to run the ball. If you're stacked up against a run, Josh Oliver off of play action, Hockenson off of play action. It's going to be beautiful, man. Next up, winner number 4. Linebacker Jordan Hicks. So the veteran reworked his contract. He is back. Eric Hendricks is gone. Hicks was very much the leader out there on the field. He's a veteran, been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Hook 'em, Pride of Texas. Ended Tuesday with a pick off Kirk in 2-minute drill. And I think he is going to be the guy that wears the green dot communicator, talking to Brian Flores, lining up that defense. Still liability in coverage. Yes, but as a 2-down guy stopping the run, yes, certainly can do that. Next up, winner number 5. Cornerback Makai Blackman. So 3rd-round pick coming out of USC, much maligned because draft experts, they saw better cornerbacks still on the board, but the team and Brian Flores and Kwesi and the scouts, they like Makai Blackman getting first-team reps in the slot as well as on the outside. I think that's a good sign for him, and I think that it could be the alkaline trio of Murphy, Evans, and Blackman potentially heading into week 1 with Booth and maybe Jawan Williams, maybe Kalam Barnes, maybe Tegowan sprinkled in as that cornerback 4, 5, 6. Next up, winner number 6. Speaking of, Jaquelin Roy. Woo! Love to see it, man. So 5th-round pick out of LSU. True junior coming out. He is ascending, just scratching the surface of his potential. Was only a 1-year starter at LSU. Played a lot of nose tackle there. I think that could be his future role. I think that he's going to do the most damage closer to the ball that he gets. So working those A gaps, he's got great quickness. He's got great upper body strength. He's phenomenal blowing up a gap. So I think that him working in right now as a 3-4-5 tech in Flores' various schemes says something. And also, I mean, OTA's minicamp usually goes to the veterans. So the fact that Roy, 5th-round pick, is getting a lot of run with the ones, I think that really sets him up nicely in training camp to continue to impress as well as in preseason. And eventually, he could be that guy, starting right out of the gates in year 1. Next up, number 7, safety Lewis Cine. So yeah, Lewis Cine gets a lot of flack from fans. I'm like, he didn't choose to break his leg in London. He didn't choose to be injured in training camp, which allowed Beasley to take over the starting role. Whatever. But they're working back in slowly, primarily working with the twos. Had a nice interception on Wednesday off of Nick Mullins to wrap things up. And I'm very bullish on Lewis Cine. And even though the Vikings defense right now goes Harrison Smith, Cam Beasley, and Josh Metellus is that third safety, I think that there is certainly going to be room for Lewis Cine. Flores loves multiple safeties. He loves multiple personnel packages, multiple looks. And I think there's a universe where Cine, Smith, Beasley, and Metellus all get run on this defense. Next up, winner number 8, the man himself, defense coordinator Brian Flores. So you've noticed that Kirk Cousins has struggled a little bit in minicamp. And yes, the defense is always ahead of the offense, but this is a new defense. So it's really interesting because multiple looks, muddling things up for the offense, but it's still simple for the defense. They're allowed to play fast and free and just really get after it. And that's the thing about football is like, you make simple things look complex to your opponent, but they're simple and straightforward to your guys. And that's something that I think Brian Flores is really going to do well for this defense. You have a lot of young, fast, hungry defenders, and I think that Flores is going to let them eat. I think I'm really pumped up about what this defense is going to be. Next up, winner number 9. Wide receiver Tristan Jackson, so he's getting some work with the ones. It helps that Addison has been out with injury, and Justin Jefferson missed all of OTAs. But Jackson, the pride of Syracuse, had some nice grabs. I think that he may be pushing for a spot in this wide receiver room, and I think that you really can only write in four names for sure: Jefferson, Addison, Osborne, Naylor. You could have tossed Naylor's name in here as well, but he shined more at OTAs. You could have also tossed in Thayer Thomas, who's getting some good work in with the twos. Haven't gotten him into the punt return rotation yet, but I think that's something that they could look at since he was a prolific punt returner and NC State as well. But it wouldn't shock me at all if Tristan Jackson comes in and secures a 53-man roster spot. Really wouldn't. And then lastly, winner number 10. It's got to be our man. That's right. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson, just showing up, just making sure that there's no offseason drama, and also making it clear that even if he isn't extended, he's showing up to training camp. He loves the game. He loves his team, and he does deserve to get paid, and the Vikings are going to pay him, and everything is going to work itself out. But also that one-handed grab earlier, woo, love to see it, man. Love to see it. But that's it. That's 10 Vikings minicamp winners. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.